You seriously think marching back and forth makes you a hero? The courtroom fell into a hush. Heads turned, phones were lowered. The voice belonged to Madison Lake, 22 years old, influencer, 3 million followers on TikTok, and on trial for trespassing during a solemn military ceremony at Arlington National Cemetery. The charge: disorderly conduct and violation of Title 38, United States Code, Section 2412, protecting the dignity of national cemeteries. Weeks earlier, she had recorded herself laughing, posing, and dancing near the tomb of the unknown soldier, crossing the ceremonial boundary as a tomb guard performed his sacred 21-step routine. She mocked his posture, mimicked his rifle spins, and captioned it, "Toy Soldier Vibes." The video went viral for all the wrong reasons. Now, in a packed Washington, D.C. courtroom, she stood with her arms crossed and sunglasses still perched on her head, clearly unimpressed. "I didn't even touch anything. Why is everyone acting like I burned the flag?" The judge, United States District Judge Helena Bryant, kept her face still. Decorated herself, a former United States Navy commander, she said nothing. Yet. Then the courtroom doors opened. In walked a man in full ceremonial uniform, polished boots, crisp coat, gloves, hat. The entire room turned. "Your Honor," the prosecutor said, "with permission, we've requested testimony from Specialist Elijah Crane of the 3rd United States Infantry Regiment, sentinel of the tomb of the unknown soldier." Permission granted. Specialist Crane walked forward and stood at attention before the court. His bearing was perfect. His eyes did not drift once toward the defendant. He had guarded the tomb for 4 years, never flinched in snow, lightning, or riots. But today, he was here to speak. "I do not care if she thinks I look like a toy," he began, voice steady. "But I do care that she mocked the silence of the tomb." He turned to the gallery, where several Gold Star families sat quietly. "When I take 21 steps, pause 21 seconds and repeat, it is not for show. It is to honor those who were never named, whose bodies were never returned, whose mothers never got to say goodbye. I do not march for applause. I march so that this country never forgets." He reached into his coat and held up a folded piece of cloth, a rubbing from a headstone in Section 60. "This is my brother," he said. "Sergeant Nicholas Crane. Killed in Afghanistan, 2012. He never came home. I guard that tomb because I couldn't guard him." The courtroom was still. Even Judge Bryant had placed her pen down. Then Specialist Crane looked directly at Madison for the first time. "You danced where silence lives. You filmed jokes where mothers cry. You didn't just cross a rope. You stepped over a line that thousands of us would die to protect." Madison's mouth opened, but no sound came. The judge finally spoke. "Miss Lake," she said firmly, "do you know what it means to stand in silent respect for 24 hours a day, regardless of storm, protest, or pandemic?" Madison shook her head slowly. "Then perhaps today you learned." The room was silent as Judge Bryant issued the sentence: 200 hours of service at Arlington National Cemetery, including daily flag placement and volunteer work with Gold Star family support groups. Her record would be cleared only after a formal apology delivered at the site of the tomb. Madison nodded, visibly shaken. No sunglasses now, no defiance. As the judge left the bench, Specialist Crane turned to exit. But then something happened that no one expected. Judge Helena Bryant stood from her chair and said, "Specialist Crane." He stopped. She walked toward him and in front of everyone offered a salute. "Your brother would be proud." Crane returned the salute. The gallery rose. The silence was no longer for punishment. It was for honor. So respect is not about rules. It is about remembrance. Never mistake ceremony for show, and never laugh at silence built from sacrifice. Before we end this story, let us know in the comment, where are you watching from? If this story touched you, subscribe to the channel and hit that like button and drop a karma in the comments below.